Okay, we're going to take a look at how we manage settings differently in 4.0 versus 3.1. So previously, at the system level, we had what we call the host database, and that's where we stored our sysmod settings. And in project, we stored our extension settings as records in the Full Ego database with the ext tag. Now basically we've pulled all of that out and we're managing our libraries and settings outside of the database. So let's take a look at how that works. So in the host app, remember we got our namespace app here, and I've turned on a few system level settings here for cluster and LDAP. Now these now are managed in, if you go to your var directory, okay, your system runtime are managed here. Okay, so and also if I could come here, I could, like, let's remove the cluster, for example. I can do it from the file system and reload, and you can see that guy's disabled. Or let's go ahead and re-enable SAML, okay, and you'll see that that guy now goes back into this text file. So we're managing the libraries that are in each runtime, the system or the project, through this text file here. Likewise, the settings are still stored in a trio file, but they're outside of the database. In the system level, they're going to be under sysns. And if we want to manage that, let's go to our settings. Let's just change something here. Let's change the cluster unapproved limit to 123 and submit that. Okay, we're going to see that that's going to go into this file here as a trio file, right? So we changed our unapproved limit to 123. Okay, we have the same thing in the project database. So under the project here, okay, we've got demo, and we've got DB, which is still our folio database. We've still got our IO directory, and then we have this NS directory. Now we're going to look at this in another video. All of our, basically our functions are now specs in here. But we can see I also have my libs file here. Let's go ahead and jump to the demo database. And ingrain to go to settings, but we're going to go to namespace, and we're going to go to the project lib here, okay? And let's say I'm going to turn on AshRay 223 here. Okay, so that's basically going to go into this file, and you see I just add it there. And likewise, I can edit this file and hit reload. Now the settings, likewise, are going to go into this trio file outside of the database. And just look here, right? We see there actually are no records in my database with the ext tags. Instead, they're all going to go into this ns settings file. So let's just change my ARC database here to 20 megabyte limit and look at settings.trio, and you can see that that's getting saved here into this text file. Okay, so settings, once again, at the system level and at the project level, are now consistently managed in this NS directory under your settings.trio file, and then of course your libraries are stored and managed in this simple text file, flat file called libs.txt. Okay, and you'll notice it works exactly the same at the system and in each project. So this is part of the new Haxall runtime architecture.